Hi everyone, today we're spraying winter barley. It's the 14th of November. We did have a bit of rain last night. We wanted to spray a couple of days ago, but it was a bit too windy, so we're sort of on today. Conditions is a bit breezy but okay. Some people around here were spraying the last few days and we thought it was way too windy, and we were putting in our last field of winter barley anyway, so we're sort of doing it today. It's looking all right, really. We're quite pleased with it. This was drilled back in about sort of just before the middle of October, so yeah, it's looking all right. There is a place over there, it's not looking particularly great, but that's where the sewage pipe track went through last year, but otherwise I'm quite pleased with how it's looking. Just looking at the plant there now, in the middle, the main shoot there, and on the right of that is the first tiller, just so I'm picked out there now with thumb, and on the left that's the second tiller. So I would say that the crop mainly is at growth stage 21 to 22, and that plant there that would be at growth stage 22. Just looking here, there's some plants growing in the tram lines, and just having a look to see what they are. I thought it might be a wild oat, but it's not. You can see too close, yeah, see the auricles just on the end of my finger there. So that's a volunteer barley plant from the last crop. This field probably will need to be sprayed for wild oats. There's a few, but we didn't spray it last year and should have. It wasn't awful, but if there's only a few, we'll sort of hand rogue them, but it makes it a bit more difficult if there's too many. So yeah, so on these plants here, like, you can see the auricles around the back of the plant. If that was a wild oat, it wouldn't have any, but now I've said that, I can't actually find any wild oat plants. Oh, there's one there, that's a wild oat plant. So if you look around my finger's in the way, look around the back of the leaf, I don't know if you can see it, but there's not any auricles on around the back of the stem, so the other side of the leaf, whereas on the barley, yeah, so there are some wild oats here, which sort of to be expected, really. So yeah, right, let's crack on. A bit colder now. The sun was out earlier, and the first load we did was possibly a little bit windy, but not awful. But now it's clouded up a bit, the wind seems to have dropped off, so it's ideal, perfect conditions really. There's a rain forecast tonight, but this should be on long enough to have dried out by then, so I'm not too worried about that. We don't have a problem with compaction, you know, we're quite lucky, got good soil, you know, we look after it as well. university, always told that the soil is the most important asset on your farm. We rarely get a problem with erosion and runoff. This is a steep field. I probably should have been ploughed across, but I've drilled it up and down, and but we don't get a problem with erosion, and you know, put that down to the health of the soil, you know, the cultivation techniques we use. We're not growing potatoes or anything like that, so they're not damaging the structure of the soil. Wherever I see runoff around here on of soils, they've been growing potatoes. Now, I know if that fits into your system and that's what you do, that's what you got to do, but it certainly doesn't suit us and what we're doing. It's a rented farm that we're on, so there's no benefit for us to have potatoes or vegetables on the farm. I don't drive this tractor very often, but we use it for the spraying and fertiliser spreading. It doesn't do as many hours as it used to, but we had it new in 2000. Coming up to 12,800 hours. 4 hours to go. Going down the last tram line now, and it has worked out pretty much perfect, fortunately. So that's a good job done today. Hope you enjoyed that video, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I'll be back with another one soon.